My name is Jasmine Good, and I am going over 9-1 of lab report number 9. So I have a Johnson counter. It's a lot of wires, but we get through it. So we have the logic switch, which is going to be our clock signal for right now, so I can control it being on. So it's the black wire going into pin 3. And then pin 3, we have a red wire that goes to pin 11 because each clock pulse is going to be synchronous with the clock, so that's why I attached it that way. So then with that, I have that orange wire going to pin 3 for the next clock pulse, and then I have that pin 3 red wire going up to pin 11. So that's all the clock signals going in. And then I also had the ground on the bottom because for this Johnson counter, their ground is on pin 7. So that's why I have the gray wire going on the bottom and going across. And then the VCC is white wire. Yellow wire goes across the breadboard. And then I have the white wire representing the, I have the white wire representing the VCC. So that's that. And then I have my switch 2 being for that switch for all the clears. I can turn it on and off if I want it to if I want to stop it. So the blue wire goes to pin 1 of the first flip-flop. And then I did the same thing like the clock. So pin 1, so we have pin 13, red wire going to pin 13. And then we have pin 13 going to the first of the third flip-flop. And then I have pin 13, so pin 1 going to pin 13 for that flip-flop for the last one, so they can all be controlled. And then from there we have the connections, so the output of Q goes into the input of D, the next one. So let's start off with pin 5. Pin 5 goes to pin 12, and then we have pin 9, which is the second one, and that goes to pin 2. And then we have 5 again, and 5 goes to pin 12. And then lastly, the output is 8, which is this yellow wire, and that goes back into 2 because it's supposed to be inverted. So we have, make sure this is in. Okay, and then we have the LEDs. So for every 5, so 5, 5, and every 9, I put the LEDs and on top. So for right now, the switch is at clear. So if I were to start switching it, it would just be clear because it's low, active low. So we need to turn it high in order for it to react. So it goes there. And we're going to try to go for 2 cycles. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit. So if I did this and I wanted to stop it, then I would go clear and it would stop. And then if I turn it back on, then we could do a next cycle. But that was an automatic stop. So, and then start it back up. Actually, this is not how I was supposed to start off, so there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah. So I start off with high, and then I have that at high. And then it goes through each one, and then it goes and takes away one, because that's how the Johnson counter goes. It just keeps shifting in the next value. So right now it's pushing in, shifting in that 0. And then that was 2 clock pulses.